everyone! Welcome to quest number 2 of Northern Wind. This one is called On the Oni Trail. So I'm actually going to go back and fix the video titles and actually name them, Camp Raid, On the Oni Trail, as well as quest number 2. Because these quests are not numbered, as you can see. So, yeah. I double-checked. I did interact perfectly fine in the first quest. Everything was done correctly. Hooray me. As you can see, I have new ways to handle the tokens. Check them out. I got these literally for $1.50 each at Walmart. They stack, and they fit perfectly in the box. So all of my tokens are now divided in here. So, let's go ahead and read our little narrative bit here. If you remember, the party has been split. So on this side, we have Seigen and Theros. They're going one way. And then Inari and Nara are going after the barrier that's preventing our team from using their magic. So Seigen, he's got a firecracker and a dagger in his stuff. And Theros has a hatchet and a healing potion. And these are going to be my loot deck. So I had to go find the cards. Let's finish my setup, because these are the last two things. So I had to find 5 items: medicine, dagger, a haze bomb, a Fenian crossbow, and the stone splitter Nagamaki. And we're supposed to shuffle these together. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to mix them up. I honestly have no idea where anything is right now, and I'm just going to keep shuffling like this. There's only 5 items. This is going to be apparently my loot pile for this mission, and obviously I want all of the loot, so we'll see. I've already got my minis. These 2 are on the entrance. We have an Oni. I'll explain what's up with him in a minute, because he comes with damage already, apparently, so that's really fun. As far as I can tell, unless I'm misreading it, but I'm assuming no, that this is how he's coming with. Alright, so there's my loot deck, my loot pile. Alright, so let's start with the narrative bit. This won't be like the 20 minutes episode 1 was, so. Campsite. Mount Biodo foothills. You stand alone, the crash of the falling boulder fading into silence, save for your quickened breaths. Snow drifts lazily from the pale, dawning sky, muffling the world beneath its soft embrace. The unspoken urgency to reunite with Inari and Nara drives you onward through the bleak, frozen landscape. So we're in a trail checkpoint, is what this is called. As you can see, this is the setup. So the field setup was place tiles and encounter 1 token, as indicated. Place Seigen and Theros on the entrance, and equip them with their gear, which is here, the upgrades. These are the upgrades they each had picked up. Place an Oni Marauder with 3 wounds, 2 weak points, and he is distracted, as indicated, which is right here in this section of the board. See? He is facing south. So that's his facing is directly south. Now, fate check. Discard Fate B. If I discard Fate B, I disregard the Scavenge for Weapons quest rule. So there is actually a rule on here, which I'll read in a second, for this mission. And because I have Fate B, I have to put Fate B away. And I'm going to ignore this rule. And then we place the items, find and shuffle the upgrade cards, which I did. Place them face down somewhere near the field in a loot stack right here. And of course I got my dice, which I doubt I'll be needing all 4, because there's only a few people. So, quest rules. The Chaos deck is not used. Distracted hostiles fleeing Marauder. During the hostile turn, distracted Oni Marauders in this quest activate and spend 1 AP to move 1 space towards the exit tile, or the exit location. They repeat this for every AP they have. So they only have 2 AP normally, which are these, the little gold here, here, and here, which, by the way, these flip over, and that shows that you used it. So I just got to remember that, and I can kind of more easily figure out what I'm doing here. If they are attacked, a hero enters their line of sight, or a hero's in the same space, they stop being distracted and start using their hostile behavior card, which is what that card is. Now, the rule we are ignoring, because of this token here, is scavenge for weapons. You realize that to have any hopes in defeating the Oni and retrieving your weapons, you must scavenge the bodies of the fallen along the path ahead. If a hero is without a weapon upgrade card equipped, any hero may search for a weapon. I literally have one on each person, a hatchet and a dagger, so we're good. They would perform the perceptive action, and on a successful roll, they place a loot token 2 spaces in front of that hero. A hero may interact with the loot token to get a dagger. So literally, because these two each have a weapon, we're clear. Okay. And the quest will end if all heroes leave through the field exit, and uniquely, the quest begins with the hostile turn. So, we're going to start with the Oni's turn, and the Oni, because he doesn't see them, he's facing this way, he's immediately going to move his 2 squares over here. So, he spends 1 AP to go this way, and 1 AP to go this way. And that would spend both of his. They don't have ranged weapons or ranged attacks, so they literally cannot react to him. Technically, I believe per the rules, they would normally be able to react, specifically because they could see him at the start of his move. But they don't have ranged weapons. Neither of them have any way to throw something at him, so he just skedaddles. Okay? So that would be hostile turn. He acted. We can't react. So now we go, and sorry for bumping the mic. We now go to the beginning of my turn. Both of these reactivate. We get my AP. So we have my weapons, and we know what we need to do. But the instant one of them touches this, we're going to be triggering it. So I think I'm going to start with Seigen. He's the slower guy. He only has a speed of 2 spaces. So Seigen is going to go 1, 2, because I'm spending his first AP. Now, before I declare my action, we get to see what encounter 1 is. Okay, encounter 1. Rounding the bend, a wounded ogre comes into view, struggling under the weight of its stolen loot. For now, it remains unaware of your presence, too focused on its haul to notice you. The sight of your belongings among the spoils stirs a strong temptation to reclaim what is yours. Yet caution dictates a strategic approach. Perhaps there's a way to avoid a direct confrontation with the beast. So now I need to place Intrigue 1, 1 space west of 2. So north is this way, west. So I need to put the Intrigue token 1 space west of 2, which is going to be right there. Okay. Let's do that. So I need to find my Intrigue token, which is not this set, this set. Unfortunately, there's more tokens than there are, spots. So I had to duplicate. Not duplicate necessarily, but more stack. So, all my encounter and Intrigue tokens are in this space. There is a 3D printable thing that you could, grab, but it also has spaces for the minis, and I don't really need them. So that's the event. That's a question mark event. That's not what I want. Where's 1? 1 is going to be literally the last one I grab. So there's a question mark token 1. So now we have a thing there. Okay, so this is the event we're triggering. We place that. Place 1 Oni Marauder 2 spaces east of the other Oni Marauder, facing the exit. Place 1 Oni Marauder, 2 wounds, 1 weak point. Distracted. Okay. Do I have another Oni Marauder card that I can use so I can have 2 different cards with 2 different things going on? I have an Oni Raid Leader. That's So I'm looking through my cards to see No, I do not. Okay, so we're going to have to remember big boy here is that pile of nonsense. We get another big boy, and this one is distracted without activation points, 2 spaces east of the current Oni Marauder. So 2 spaces east of him would be literally on that square. Okay, 1 space west of east, 2 spaces here. Kind of a weird way to do it. It should just be in the same spot, and I guess if somehow he was back here, that might make a difference, but he's not. I guess I could have done a firecracker as a reaction, because rain reaches 4, which would have been staggered. Yeah, that would have been the difference. Okay. So I'm an idiot. I could have thrown my consumable firecracker as a reaction, because it has ranged. And had it hit on the first AP, he would have been staggered and lose his movement. So I'm not very good with stuff like this, so that's my own fault. But hey, we're learning. Keep that in mind. If you have a firecracker, you can huck it. But this is how everything's going to be set up. And then place encounter 2 on 2, which is right there, I believe. Yes. So I'm going to need place encounter 2 on square 2. So let's go ahead and dig out encounter 2. Wish I had known that a second ago. Wish I had read ahead a little bit. But I'm trying not to read ahead, specifically to avoid stuff. So there you go. Encounter 2. All right. This is definitely the combat tutorial. So now I could throw this if I wanted as my action. He can't see me, so he won't react. So targetless scavenge? How does this work? Okay, so we need to learn how firecracker works. So it is targetless. It is a stagger, which is -1 AP. We remember that. Oh yeah, I need to mark down how many HP this one dude's got. He's got 2 wounds and 1 willpower and no activation. So I'm going to get. I'm using these red tokens as wounds. I'm not at. Yeah, that's how I'm using them. I'm assuming these are wounds. Those are 3s. I don't want to do that. I'm using the purple ones for weak points. I am still not entirely certain how weak points work. I'm going to have to read. So the second Oni will be down here. He's the guy, this one, right here. He's got 2 wounds. So he's only taking 2 points. So he's at, he's basically at 1 hit point. He's at 2 hit points. So that's important. And then big boy here has a single purple weak point. So that's what we're doing with those. I'm just going to keep these over here now. A little easier than over here. Okay, so how does this work? So first of all, my trait is Fearless, and skill is Protector, and he has Fencing 4. I don't think any of that's going to apply right now. Fencing will apply when I go to shank him. But my ranged attack is going to be throwing a thing. Default strike. Attack all strike greater than 1. We target enemy with your strike. So I have strike 1 with my firecracker. It is consumable, which means I'm pretty sure that once I use this, I'm going to put this back in my deck. But that's fine, because the idea would be to get the stagger on him, because he's staggered. How long does stagger last? Actually, let me make sure. How long does stagger last? Until the end of its turn. Until the end of the turn. So we're in a round right now, I believe. Not a turn. No, we are in a turn. We are currently on my turn. So getting him -1 AP is actually not that big a deal. Truthfully. So I think I'm going to save the firecracker, actually. It would have been better had I hit him with it as a reaction, because then I could have stopped him in his tracks. Oh well. Mistakes were made. That's what we're doing. You all are going to watch me learn. So that was my one action. I'm also going to... I'm going to do a second activation. This time, though, he is going to move 1, 2, and he is real close to that guy. He is trying to get there. Okay. Also, event 1 goes away. He still doesn't have any AP. So that is Seigen's activation entirely. Go ahead and put this away. Well, I think here, because Theros can reach him. Theros has a speed of 3. And I believe I can run. I believe that is an option as a special move. I need to see how special movement works again. Because I believe I can run. Trait, skill, spellcraft, inventory, weight, dice rolls, attribute rolls, attack rolls, distance and measurements, movement. Movement. Special movement. I know I have special movement here, which I swear was wrong. Let me make sure how it works. Because if I can run, I'll put... Actually, can Theros attack from there? Reach is... Okay, let's look at attack real quick. We're not going to do Theros yet. We're going to finish Seigen. He has an action, so let's find out how reach works. Because the dagger has a reach of square, so I think that means I'm in the same space. Reach. Okay, so these guys can only attack people in their same square with their weapon. Whereas the Marauder can swing 2 spaces. Because see how he has 1 and that? That means he can hit adjacent. These guys have just space, not 1 space. So they can only throwing. Oh, wait a minute. Daggers are throwing weapons? How does that work? Wait a minute. We might be able to huck a knife at a man. Do I lose my knife if I huck my knife? Because if I lose my knife, I don't know if I want to do that. Ranged attack, 56. Yeah, we're learning here because you guys are seeing me learn as I'm playing. Ranged attack, reach, 2 reach values. Like, if I only can throw it once, I'm going to be like, What if I can throw it more than once? Or is it on... Not my essentials. Let's use this real quick. Rolls, distance... Same space as you, awareness, rules, in general. Oh, weak points. Ah, okay. That's actually not bad. Okay. How do I throw? What is throwing? Oh, there's a whole ass legend for... Okay, I was right. That is a wound. Oh, I guessed right. These are weak points. Those are wounds. Cool. They have a whole... They actually do have a whole... What means what? Common traits. Throwing. An item enables a ranged attack equal to the user's have T. Seigen's have T is ridiculous. I believe we round up. Seigen's would be a 7? Oh, but if I make it, I lose it. Thing is, if I hit that guy, I'm very likely to kill him. Because the power of the weapon is T, which is 13 minus 2, which is 11. The thing has 3 armor points, which means, yeah, okay. No, I'm not going to throw it. Let's see if I can look up running. This is how, games like this are played. We have to learn. So where's move? Where's schmoo? We got to schmoo. I actually, guys, gals, this is how bad my brain is. I actually looked up S for schmovement. I'm an idiot. You shouldn't trust me at all. 38. Okay. You should not trust me. I'm done. This is what happened. I was playing Carnivale today. I was learning it. It's a fun game. I actually like that one too. That'll be my other game. But this is probably going to be my primary skirmish game. Especially since there's two solo skirmish campaigns that I can get up to. General movement. Special movement. Okay. Where is special movement? List of movement. Here we go. Special. Run is the most common special movement. Movement distance equal to twice. Okay. I'm going to say he was running for his second, which will put him in the same space as this boy, which triggers this boy. He's now going to do angry boy things. We're going to get into some fighting, guys. We're going to have a fight. Seigen is a tough boy. He has 5 armor, 3 hit points. He's got some knives. But now that I know running, I can have Theros run into this square because these each space on this board can hold 4, I believe. Each tile contains a number of space slots. I'm going to single space on the tile. So, big boy there is a huge. Huge takes up 2 slots. So he takes up 2 slots on this space. He takes up 1, he'll take 1. So 4 spaces on that. So the first thing is Theros is going to use his first activation point. Now that he's aware, though, he gets a reaction, and he does have 2 reactive points. So Theros is going to run, which gives him a speed of 6. He has a Angry Hatchet Boy, and Theros is only T11, so he's not as good. Really, I would love to switch these weapons, but we'll deal with it. So Theros is Survival with a trait. He has Climbing and Stealth 1, and he has Assassination 1. What is that? Assassination 1. Aiming for the vitals. His attacks gain plus 6 power? Oh, sweet Jesus, the power on him with a hatchet's 17. Well, we'll explain how that gets calculated in a minute, but, holy. Could he survive a hit, though? Because right now the Oni Marauder is reactive. Target of an attack. Dodge towards the attacker. Line of sight within 1 melee attack. Try to hit as many enemies with sweep. Oh. Wait a minute. I know what to do here. We're going to do something goofy. Oh, this is bad. No, that works. Does it? Do I want to do that? I might want to throw the knife. I might actually want to do this. Okay, let's back this up a little bit. Let's back this up. Because regardless of him succeeding, so let's back this up. Now that we understand how range works, so I'm backing up a little bit. We understand how range works now. Because he has a range of 7 with a throwing weapon, and both the axe and this is throwing. Yeah, I'm taking back some moves because I'm trying to figure out how this game works. So, he's going to try to throw his knife at the Oni. It's fine because if the Oni moves here, he'll get a reaction. Only 2 can be in one of these squares. So, the Oni has to stop here. Yeah. So we're gonna move 1, 2, and then he's gonna huck a knife because he still has 1 action point. Once he's activated, he's gonna come a running, and I can kind of bait him back. So let's go ahead and learn how attack rolls work. He is unaware, so he does not get a reaction, I believe. Because right now, he does not get a reaction because he's unaware, I believe. Oh, okay, yeah. So he's distracted. So he doesn't get to do anything. Because distracted was from the previous thing. Yeah, he is distracted right now. Which is he doesn't react, and he doesn't follow his hostile behaviors. At least I believe that's what it is. Real quick. Distracted. 60. Make sure I'm right. They do not follow their hostile behavior. So the behavior card, he doesn't follow it. So I'm going to try to throw a knife at his head. God help me. Okay. Accuracy 11. He is not the best at this. That's fine. Okay. Strike. So to make an attack, where's my basic attack roll? Normally he would get a reaction, but he is unaware of me until this finishes. Attack. To attack, equal to or lower than the accuracy. Okay. So I have an accuracy of 11. I got a 9. It's a successful attack. Okay. So I'm going to be flinging my dagger. I'm doing this because I can pick it back up as long as I get over there. So I threw a knife. Okay. Ranged attack. Okay. So we hit it. So now how do I do the damage again? I have to remember damage. It was something. There was like a whole calculation, but I forget how the calculation works. Because we had to look it up before because of how POW worked. Okay, so he's not going to be reactive anymore. So damage. Damage roll. 25 and 48. Here we go. 25 and 48. 25. Okay. So 48. Yeah, see, we're trying to learn damage roll. Whenever it counts, this is a hit, which he did. A damage roll. We will inflict a wound. Now, he has weak points. I need to learn heroes can exploit weak points. Heroes can exploit weak points. The number of weak point counters on a hostile equal or exceed the hostile's tier. These things are tier 3. And yes. Weak points. Lands a hit but fails to inflict damage at 3 points. Yeah, I believe these are tier 3. That's what the 3 in the bottom means, I believe. Let me check. That is actually something I'm not sure about. I don't know how to tell what a tier is. Oh, here we go. 7? Is that the one? What is a tier? Yeah, 7 is a level / tier. Okay. So, is it tier 2 or tier 3? Oh, it's tier 3. It's just goofed. Little printing error down there. So he's a tier 3. So I can't exploit a weak point, until if I don't do any damage. If I do damage, he's dead because he only has 1 hit point left. He has 3 damage, 4 hit points. That's what 3 here, 4 up here. Okay, so damage roll. Let's always say incident damage roll inflicts a wound. Okay, but how do I perform a damage roll? Hits. Okay, let's look at the quick thing again. We're good. This is where, once I get the hang of this, it'll be a lot easier. So, damage roll. Successful if your POW minus the target's arm is equal or higher than the roll result. Wait, what? The damage roll is successful if your power minus the target's armor is equal or higher than the roll result. Oh, weird wording. I need to roll a d20. So I had a 9, so he hit. So I'm going to roll this. My POW on my knife is T minus 3. So that's 11. Minus his armor is 3. So this is successful and deals damage if I get lower than an 8. An 8 or lower. I got a 2. So he successfully threw a knife and killed a man. Because he did 1 more. Technically, he's incapacitated on the square. Also, my knife is now sitting here. I'm just gonna put it here. My knife is now sitting there. Okay, we're getting there. We're learning. I know this is taking me a lot of time. I mean, you spent 30 minutes trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Okay, so we got rid of 1 guy. So he's dead. So I'm just going to kind of shift some of the tokens around to make it a little easier. We only have 1 Oni left right now. He's a dead one, so I'm just going to put him back on my tray. And I'm going to put these back because I want to kind of keep the space. I have a dagger sitting there. He still has actions, so now I could do 1, 2. I could run and get to that space. I can't pick it up, though, I don't believe. So I'm going to have to learn how that works. How do I pick up an item? I'm going to have to look up that. Throwing weapons. I definitely need to keep the quick reference guide handy for stuff. So throwing. The item can be recovered by moving to the same space as the target. If the attack incapacitates or kills, the item can be recovered. Okay. Is there anything for recovering a throwing weapon? Doesn't say. I'm going to assume as long as I just make it in there, I just pick it back up. Unless it's an interact action. Let me double check. I'm going to bet it's an interact. 58. Let me just double check. We're trying to play this as clean as we can. Involving a sentient target model token or object. Let's look at items real quick. It just says I can pick it back up once I get in there. So I'm going to assume he just walks in and grabs it. Kind of makes sense. He knows where it is. If I'm wrong, please, developers. I know the developers watch these. I know at least 2 of them have watched these. So if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments how I'm supposed to pick this up. But he's going to take the run action and stop right there. He can get 4. So I'm going to stop there, have him pick that up. That was his second. Okay, this motherfucker has 2 hit points left. So that is a severe problem for me. Right now. He's got 2 hit points and only 1 weak point. Okay, so let's go back. Okay. Okay, when an Ani Marauder is incapacitated, place 1 common loot token in the same space. A hero may interact to pick up to 3 cards. So, there is a loot token in here. So let me get one of those, which we're just going to use. I don't know. I don't know what to use for a loot token real quick. What are supposed to be the loot tokens? Real quick. Since I have a big book of them, what is actually a loot token? Counter, intrigue. Ah! Okay, it's the baggie. That's what I kind of thought. So it's not in here. I was right when I thought about it. There is in one of these little baggies. Little baggies. This is a loot token. So anybody can interact with that to pick 3 cards from the top of our deck. So I'm going to activate Theros. He's going to run for his first because I want him to sprint forward. That gets him 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to stop here because he doesn't have to go any further. And what he's going to do... do I want to? Because I want to piss this thing off. But at the same time, I want to let it move. Because if I can get it out here, I'm fine. Yeah, so that's going to be it. And then he's going to idle for his second action and pick that up. So I get 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Theros is picking up a Haze Bomb, a crossbow, yes, and some medicine. So how much inventory? He has an inventory space of 10. Bro can carry. Theros can carry. So this is taking up 1. I need to look up how inventory actually works a bit. Because I've got a bunch of stuff, and this is important. Inventory, 34. This is important. Because this is the RPG aspect. Unlike Infinity, this game has a lot of RPG kind of things. Okay. Inventory. So the value X next to inventory means the total number of items. When calculating the total weight of a model's inventory. Okay, so he has a total of 10. Healing Potion has a weight of 0. Dagger has a weight of 0. Firecracker has a weight of 0, but they do take up 1 space. I believe. Because they can carry 10 total items / weight worth of items. Yeah, weight is how single. If weight is 0, only its quantity contributes. So these two count as 1, so he's at 2 out of 6. This dude's got a lot going on. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he can carry 10 items, and he has 6 points of weight. So he's still okay. Which is great. He has a fucking crossbow now. But that was both of his activations. Again, I'm not sure I picked up the dagger correctly. If I didn't, just let me know and we'll know for future. Because I couldn't really find anything of like picking up a thrown weapon. I guess I'm just walking in and picking it up. That's kind of what it was. Okay. Awesome. This is, by the way, this is the result of encounter 1. It says when an Oni Marauder, there were 2 of them, when an Oni Marauder is incapacitated, place 1 common loot token in the space. We may do the interact action to draw up to 3 cards, and then remove the token. So I got in, I got my 3 items. This is excellent. I don't know how I equip the item. Let me see that, because technically he has a hatchet equipped. So let's go back to 38. Items. Item rarity, limited, storage, predetermined. Oh yeah, we do. By the way, we do have a storage. We do in fact have storage. So anything I find, I can just put it away. I don't want to hold on to it. I'm assuming I can just equip my inventory. Like I can just use stuff that's in it. I don't think I have to actually equip. I don't think it's that granular. Equip 35. Okay. Maybe that granular. 35. Items. Item rarity. Item categories. A model can only equip 1 item from each category. So weapons. And items may be equipped or unequipped once per activation. Okay. So it doesn't take an action. It's just during the activation, which he is still on, I can switch. So he is going to switch out his hatchet, which is a weapon, for a 2-handed crossbow. So he's got the hatchet, he's not using it. Because the POW on that motherfucker is a 13, and he's a fucking... And remember, he gets +6 when he shoots with this thing. He is an assassin. Theros has his gun. Alright. So that's them. So now we move to the hostile active phase. These guys recharge for reactions, and importantly, Theros has a gun now. Which means Theros can shoot a motherfucker. This is gonna be real funny. So we start with the hostile's activation. He's gonna spend his first AP. He is still distracted. He has not been shot at. And he is going, because he is distracted, he is not aware, he is going to move his 1 space. And Theros is going to declare a reaction of attack, because he has a gun. Theros is going to shoot a motherfucker. So, he doesn't get to dodge because he is still distracted. He's completely ignoring me. Theros needs to get a 13 or less. He gets a 9, so he hits. So he's doing 13. He is an assassination 1, which, according to my rules in the traits, he also has a class rogue, which we're not really using yet. But wait, what? 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 Okay. So, fun fact about the system, and they haven't brought it up yet. Classes have abilities. So, Seigen here is a ranger. And what the ranger lets him do, and I haven't been doing it, is at the end of the phase, so when I switch from me being active to them being active, Seigen can move. He gets a normal move, and you can't react to it. So Seigen could have actually run straight up here. Now, normally the book, I think, would tell me when to activate class stuff. So I think we're going to do that. But just for reference, Theros' rogue is once per activation, and this is him activating as a reactive action. A successful agility roll after a hit will grant knockdown. So that's pretty goddamn funny. He would just knock this dude down if he wanted to. But he is an assassin with the trait, and I am using traits. And assassination is users attacks gain +6 power. So my power right now is sitting at 13 plus 9 is 16. Now, reach is his range. He has +3 and -3. So there is actually range in this. And I need to look up how ranged shots work. Because there is kind of an oddity to this. It has to do with, like, modifying the roll. So the first die applies within 10, second applies when attacking. Oh! My attack would have been even better. So if he's within 10 squares, 1, 2, 3, he is, I get +3 to my agility, so it would have been a 16. So the 9 easily passes. If he's outside of 10, it's -3, and I begin the agility 10, which still would have hit. Okay. So this is the big thing. This is the big difference between the skirmish version of the game and this, is that range, weak points. So first of all, skirmish does not have weak points. It's not a thing. Second is range and movement. We do spaces rather than inches. So those are the big differences. But like having range bands like in Infinity is still a thing. Okay, so the power in the shot is 19 -3. So 19 -3 is 16. So as long as I get 16 or less, he's taking a point of damage. That will also mean he's coming this way. And I do. I get another 9. So yeah, so he's taking another point of damage. Because I only think they only ever take 1, I believe. Right? Yeah, it's just... Yeah, they just take a point. Boink. I believe. Yeah, I don't believe they actually take more than 1 point of damage. Pretty sure. Yeah. See page 44 on the site, which I'm pretty sure I still had. Oh, that's wacky. Yeah, he had true line of sight, so that's fine. Importantly, black borders on tiles are impassable walls. We can't see, but this white wall we could. So if one of these tiles had a white, check this out. This is line of sight. If one of these tiles had white, I could actually see him from here to here, for instance, if this wall was white. The tile wall color matters. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's important to know. Okay, so I did a point of damage to it. Important. So he's going to go up to 3 damages, because he already had 2. I'm going to leave those 2 over there. So he only has 1 hit point left. But he is also a very unhappy fellow right now. And now he is no longer distracted. So now he's going to be doing his actual, like, movement and activation. So he is aware. If rotate, if line of sight, walk towards enemy. Yeah. And then he's going to try to sweep. Which we're going to have to learn how sweep works, which means both my dudes are probably going to get bonked. Which is fine. Okay. So his second activation point, we're actually getting to see how the Oni Marauder works. He's going to rotate and go 1, 2. And now he's within 1 tile, or 1 space. He has distance, because he has 1 space, so he can hit these 2. And he would use sweep, because he can use sweep. What is sweep? I'm betting it's on his card. I just don't want to pick up his card right now. But I am going to probably have to sweep. Here we go. So he has sweep 1. So sweep 1 says, on a successful attack roll, all models within the same space and adjacent spaces within line of sight, so if there were anybody with him and anybody here, they all take hits. So they both can react to this activation. They are going to dodge. Because if they dodge, they get out of dodge. So they can do that because they are within range. Normal requires line of sight. They do. They may move for half speed. And on a successful agility roll. Okay. So they both got to make agility rolls. So first, Seigen. An 18 will not be successful, so he's going to sit there. And this was this was a reaction. And Theros also gets one, but he's agility 13. And he also doesn't make it, so they both fail their agility rolls, so they're getting bonked. So he makes, what's the strike? Strike is 2. So he makes 2 attacks. Oh, they would have had to, because I believe in order to dodge successfully, they must perform an agility roll for each incoming attack. So I think I have to declare the roll and then they declare dodge against the attack, I guess. Let me see how that actually works. Dodge, dodge, dodge. I mean, this is combat. We have to learn this. So dodge against 58. $657, 58. Dodge to avoid damage. To declare a dodge in the reactive roll, the model must meet one of the following requirements: line of sight to the activated enemy. At the end of the resolution step, okay. At the end of the resolution, even if the agility was unsuccessful, they can still move up to half their speed. Okay. So they're both going to get to move half their speed. Which means they can actually dodge in if they want. I really wish whoever's pinging me would stop pinging me. I will get to them when I get to them. But somebody keeps messaging me. It's kind of annoying. Okay. So to dodge. But I have to dodge against each attack. So he's get strike 2. So he would have made 2 strikes. A 10 and an 18. His offense is 14. So he got 1 hit. So because you have to roll equal to or under your offense. So he gets 1 hit, which is the 10. The 18 doesn't. I failed the 2 dodges against that attack. So now, power is toughness plus 4, which is 19, minus armor. Importantly, Seigen has a skill, Protector, and trait Fearless, which I don't think Fearless means anything in this particular context. Fearless is just, yeah, they're not panicked. What does Protector do, though? What is the Protector skill? Kind of want to know what that is. Okay. Well, we know I can move, and I'm probably going to have 1 move back, 1 move front. What is Protector, though? Common traits. Like, I would like to know what Protector is. S. Skills list 63. There we go. Protector. It would only matter if I wasn't in the same space. Okay. So I'm going to get... So Seigen is going to have to deal with a 19 minus 5, so a 14. So if I get a 14 or less, Seigen's taking a point of damage. I get a 15. Seigen is fine. Seigen does not get hurt. Oh, armor piercing. Oh, that's important. What is armor piercing? Let me guess, halves armor. If that's the case, I actually do take that. Armor, 31. Or traits. Armor piercing. Only add half the target's armor value. So that would have actually hit me. The 15 would be just enough. Because it wouldn't be a 14, it'd be like a 16. So Seigen's going to take a point of damage. Theros is even worse off on the 17, minus 1. But the 19 won't do it. Because it'd be 2 minus his 19. Half, so it's only 1 minus his 19. Theros lives. Because it would have been an 18 versus total for his pal. And I got a 19. So, just to explain the calculation. It is half my armor, 1, minus his total, which is toughness of 15 plus 4, which is 19, which is exactly what I rolled, minus 1, because of half armor, which is this little symbol here, meaning he needed an 18 and he got a 19. So Theros is fine. Seigen took a point out of his 3 hit points. So Seigen is sitting at 1 damage, and I don't know if damage falls off at the end of a quest. I do need to check. Seigen is at 1. But that is that dude's activation. Now we take my dodge, because they did do dodges. So Seigen will dodge forward. They get to dodge half their speed, which is basically 1 square each, and he dodges back. Like that. Because now Seigen can try to stab and kill this guy on his turn. Well, I'm thinking about it. Actually, no, I need that when I kill this guy. Because I will kill him. And then we will see what happens. Okay, so everyone gets their thing, their stuff back. We're going to be doing contested rolls in a minute, which worries me. So how do I want to do this? He's engaged, which I believe means he is stuck there. Like, let's see how engaged works. States engaged. In the movement step, only idle or walk. May declare only melee attack or dodge. Cannot react to against enemies outside of his awareness. Okay, what is awareness? Awareness is 3 spaces around the model. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if he moves back here, I will no longer be in awareness, meaning he cannot react. Now, shooting into melee is an entirely different problem, however. So do I do that? Because there are rules for shooting into melee. Like, how do we do it? confrontation rolls, which is what this would be, because if he tries to hit him, it's going to be a confrontation. Okay. Because I believe... strikes is equal to stamina, which is 2. And he would only get 1 hit back. So importantly, if you attack with a reaction, your strike, the number of dice you roll is always 1. So he has 2 strikes because he has 2 stamina. Because strike is equal to his stamina rating. When he tries to shank with his knifey McKnipersons. Which is important. So Seigen can sit here and try to stab him, and since the Oni is in the reactive, if he's the target of attack, he will attempt to melee. So basically these two idiots right here are going to try to hit each other. I only have to do 1 damage, and then I kill this stupid Oni. So that's what we're going to do. So Seigen is going to idle and then attack, and he will react with an attack. And so Seigen's going to roll 2 dice, because he has 2 strikes. A 2 hits, an 18 will not. And then he has to roll, and I believe he just has to succeed and get higher. I believe. Because it's basically like canceling it out. Confrontations. You know, I'm going to thumb through this rulebook until I get the hang of it. I apologize this is taking so long. Confrontation roll, 47. 47. Confrontation roll. Confrontation when 2 declare attacks against each other. This is the only instance when a confrontation occurs. So, the confrontation successful roll result is equal to or less than the modified attribute roll, which I had a 2. The result is higher than the enemy model's successful rolls. So my 2 is actually bad. It's a success, but it is bad. And then... yeah, so if he succeeds, he doesn't roll a 1, he hits me. Because his 1 success hits me. So, I have a 2. So I'm looking at a 2. When he gets a 12, his offense is 14. He succeeds. Alright, so Oni is hitting me back. And he successfully hit Seigen. So we need my armor. So it's half my 5 rounded up, so it's 3 off his 19. So anything, a 14 does successfully do it. Seigen is now hurting. God help me. I believe I go into an incapacitated state. I'm not actually dead. How does shooting in melee work? I need to know. Because now I need to decide if I'm going to shoot into melee. Because I can stop him from reacting if I do that. Shooting into melee is 57. And I'll explain how in a minute. Shooting into melee. So applies. The attacker suffers a -4 for each ally. Okay. So my accuracy is 13. Or my accuracy is 13. I would suffer -4. And on a 17, 18, 19, or 20, I hit the allied model. Okay. Theros is going to activate. We're going to try this. This is probably a bad idea. So Theros will move back 2. Now I'm no longer in his awareness. It's 1, 2, 3 spaces. It stops right there. That's important because now he can't react to the shot. And I get -4, so I need a 9. And I only get 1 shot per, but I have +3 because he's within my thing. So I need a 12. I got a 7. That is under a 12. I successfully connect. And then I'm doing my 19 -3, so a 16. A 10 We'll do it. I pop him. Oni down. I'm going to keep him out because I accidentally saw ahead. Okay, so now there is an item in this space. Okay, so we're going to just kind of move all these off for a second. They both have one activation left. So I'm actually going to have Seigen pick up the item, which will get Seigen another dagger. Cool, more throwing knives. I can actually dual-wield knives. And a Stone Splitter Nagamaki. So this is a melee weapon with bleed, sweep, two-handed. Same reach, same strike, but it's now PAL 15. So during my activation, I'm going to equip him with the Stone Splitter. Because it's still during his activation, and that gets rid of this. Okay, I've successfully done it. That is all of Seigen's. And then I'm going to activate Theros. And Theros is going to run for his, and he's going to stop here. Or actually, no, Theros will run there, because he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's activating event number 2, or encounter number 2. So, encounter 2. Drawn by the clash of steel and the stench of blood on the wind, another ogre lumbers into view, its nostrils flaring at the scent of its fallen kin. This one had been scavenging for loot nearby, a little late to the battle. So, normally, you would ignore encounter 2 if the hostiles were still on the field. I killed everybody. If there are no hostiles, this guy appears on the entrance. Yay! However, he is distracted fleeing, so he is only going to be moving 2 squares at a time, so I can outrun him quite effectively. And I succeed. Where's the quest end? Quest ends if all heroes leave through the exit. Okay, so Theros did his last activation. So now we go him, because now we're on the active hostile phase. He has 2 activations, and he just goes 1, 2 for both of them. 1 space at a time. And currently facing like that. Because once he starts moving this way, he'll get badge. I did cross the intrigue, but I believe I have to interact with it. Actually, it doesn't say I have to interact. Let me check. Do I always have to interact with intrigues? Okay, so I just read what the intrigue is. So I pass through the intrigue space. I spot the walls of a weathered road checkpoint ahead. The wooden beams above the gate sagging and cracked, barely holding under their own weight. The structure looks fragile. One good hit could bring it crashing down. It might be useful in stopping or even wounding the fleeing brutes. The ones I killed. Okay. So I can declare an attack against the structure. On a hit, the structure would collapse. Any model underneath it would immediately suffer 1 weak point and 1 wound. So, had I let them get here, I could have tried to throw a knife here, collapse it, kill 1. Obviously, I can only do it once, so that is fine because we're doing this the hard way. So this is done. This is done. We'll put these over here. So he did his 2 moves. We now reactivate. So he is now reactive, but he's not looking at me because he hasn't turned to start walking towards my gurus. And we can just get the fuck out of here now. We've done what we need to do, and I think we can just escape. Seigen's going to run for his first one. 1, 2. So who's here? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then escape. Escape. And we win! That was it. That's quest. The second quest. That was the quest on the Oni Trail. All right. Excellent. So now I need to know, before we move on, before I close up, how does damage stick around in between these states? Like, I don't actually know. I assume it doesn't, but you never know. Because this could be one of those situations where damage persists. 48. 48 damage. Okay. So heroes just become incapacitated. The other guys become dead. Doesn't say if damage persists. So I'm going to assume no. I'm going to assume no. I'm going to assume we heal up. Because damage persisting would be like really hard. So that was the entirety of Quest 2. That was a little bit faster. A lot of it was me goofing about trying to figure out what I'm doing, but I'm getting the hang of it. So now, Theros is equipped with a crossbow, but also has medicine. So let's look at this stuff. So, medicine. Restores an HP to the target. Has to be in the same space. It's in the strategic phase. If its wearer is incapacitated, they can use it on themselves. So spreading medicine around is really important because it can get you back up. Haze Bomb. Targetless. The targeted space becomes hazy until the next strategic phase. It's Reach 4 AoE Blast. Healing Potion. This restores 2 HP to the target and removes bleeding, blinded, confused, crippled, poisoned, and weakened. And of course, I have a hatchet. And then obviously, I've got 2 knives. Good for throwing, since I can switch what I've equipped freely. He can actually throw these and then equip this. Because it doesn't say equipping takes an action, which is important. That means that Seigen, as long as he has his 2 knives, can throw knives at people. But Theros has a crossbow now. Thank God. Alright. So on the next video, we will do Inari and Nara, and I have a feeling that's going to be spell casting. And that quest will be called Breaking the Barrier. Ooh, look at the map. Here's a little preview of the maps. I'm not going to read any of that. So, alright. Well, as always, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. Again, developers, if I've missed anything or screwed anything up, please let me know. Obviously, I am trying to learn this as I'm playing. I do think this is a good way to learn how rolling and mechanics and actions and reactions work. You know, obviously I was using the combat arts. He has fencing, and I completely forgot about that. Out of curiosity, what the fuck does fencing do? Let's take a look. Let's see if I can find what fencing does, because I'm probably going to wish I had been using that. Aren't I? Never mind the classes stuff like knockdown. God. So what is fencing? Combat arts. Fencing. So my understanding is I can choose, when he activates, he can choose anything from 4 or less. So fencing 1. Masterful Parry. Target's melee attack suffers -3. Harsh Riposte. Target's melee attack suffers -1 strike. Cannot be reduced by 1. Second Wind. User's melee attack gains another strike. Dear God, he can make 3 swings with his goddamn Naginata. And number 4 gains knockdown. Okay, so what is knockdown? Like, let's look at what knockdown actually does as a state. That's important. Over here, I've got you. You ain't going nowhere. Oh, are you kidding me? Hey, hey, Free Company. Knockdown's not listed in your states. It's not. Another one fell out. So that was another thing. They let me know that they used Adobe InDesign for like formatting all of this stuff. I know people who use InDesign in the tabletop industry. They hate it. And the quote was, things were falling out of the book. So knockdown is here. A model that suffers a hit with this trait becomes crouched. It does not affect models 2 or more sizes larger than the attacker. So I don't know if well, he's medium. He's medium, and I don't think huge is 2 higher. I think it goes large, huge. Actually, that might actually be relevant, yeah. Because it's 2 or more? Yeah, 2 or more. So they couldn't knock down the roll anyway. So, funnily enough. Alright, so as always, I will see you for the 3rd quest. You know, again, Breaking the Barrier is coming up. And hey, stay nerdy, treat each other kindly. It's my old outro. Hit the like button, leave a comment if you're enjoying this. Let me know how you feel I am doing. And thanks for watching. Until next time, everybody.